Look, the ISAF decision to basically, get rid of the multi-hull discipline from the Olympic Games in 2012 onwards is a terrible shame that they've decided to do that. It's a great shock to the multi-hull scene worldwide, and we're very disappointed with their decision to basically get rid of the only mixed discipline at the Olympic Games. And obviously, the whole discipline of multi-hull sailing is a huge discipline that's sailed right around the world quite prevalently. So it's a great shame, and I hope the decision can be overturned, or they have a recount or a revote, because I think multi-hull, it's terrible for multi-hull sailing, and it's a real shame that a lot of the most the world's fantastic sailors will be not able to compete at the Olympic Games in the future. So it's a very sad situation, but I think all multi-hull sailors around the world are very disappointed.
The Olympics, I sailed for the Olympics in 1980. I was the Finn world champion 2 times over, and politics got in the way of us going to Russia and competing in that Olympics. And so the Olympics have always been a controversial part of my life. I tried in '84 in the Flying Dutchman trials and failed to qualify there, and our main tuning partners and good buddies Jonathan Key and Carl Buchan went on to win the gold medal. And now you have a situation where they're taking multi-hulls supposedly out of the Olympics, and I think it's a very backwards maneuver. I don't know the infighting, the politics of it all, but I saw an email yesterday about how the girls have to sail these stupid 470s around, which are antiquated boats where they'd rather be sailing a small skiff or a high-performance cat. So I don't know how it all works out, but I hope for the youth of the world that we keep high-performance sailing happening, and I'd like to have my kids sail fast boats fast and slow boats fast. So we'll see what happens, but I wish the cat sailors who have Olympic aspirations all the best, because it's certainly the better to be on the leading edge and bleeding edge of sailing than on the slow boats.
I think ISAF have just completely lost the plot. They're taking control of the sport when they really should just be a governing body and administrative body, but they have this vision and believe that for some reason it's their responsibility to absolutely control it. The whole political game for Olympic status is turned into a bit of a joke, really. They've lost sight of what's good for the sport, and just play such a silly political game for what the nations want and what ISAF doing deals with in the back rooms. And it's so short-sighted, we might even lose the entire sport to the Olympics if we're not careful. It's going backwards, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think it's too bad. I think mostly from the perspective of youth sailing, and that may sound strange, but it's we really need youth to come into their sport, and especially in multi-hulls, the sector that we operate in mostly, and something to aspire to. So I think that's the biggest loss. But otherwise, you look at the fleets of tornadoes, and there's all of 5 or 10 boats in this country, so it's not a big loss in terms of people sailing or that sort of thing. But I think it's more sort of what people look toward getting in youth, something to aspire to. And we really need more. Multi-hulls are a growing market segment and have been for a long time, so it's kind of strange that they would sort of cut it out at this point. But
well, I'm kind of unique in my view. I look at a comparison between alpine skiing and snowboarders. We're not yachters, we're not Yingling sailors, we're not star sailors, we're catamaran sailors. I think the quicker we get severed from that mentality of that yachting, Corinthian, historic, slow motion perspective and get back into what we really are as kind of renegade, high-speed, multi-hull sailors, and not try to connect with the stodgy, bureaucracy, the better off we're going to be in the long run. If you're going to go sailing, might as well be exciting and go fast. You can have competition at any speed, of course, but heck, in this fleet, you're having a blast if you're first place or last place. So, why not just enjoy your life?